Hi, everyone. Welcome to People Watch, the official podcast of the People Management Association of the Philippines.
Here, there are no motherhood statements, no hiding behind obsolete theories and adages, and no time to beat around the bush.
Just real talk with real people. I'm Jovenir, and with me is my co-host, Ms. Joan Chung.
Hi, nice to see you again or hear
Hi.
you.
Yes. And parang nasa Batcave ka na naman, Miss Joan, ha?
Oo nga, yung
Uh,
office ko talaga dito.
okay. By the way, I have an erratum pala because the previous episode, remember
Mhm.
we mentioned about the song Reunited, you know.
Yeah.
Hindi pala Ashford and Simpson yun eh. It's actually by Peaches and Herb. Herb. Peaches and Herb. Yan.
Okay.
So
Ang
sila yung
alam ko lang
original.
Phineas and Herb. Ano ba?
Uh,
Herb pala, Herb.
so yung tawag nun, Ashford and Simpson did Solid. Yung Solid as a Rock, remember the disco thing. Yan, sila pala yun.
Okay.
Okay, but this
Wow.
next person probably knows all these songs eh.
Puro
This,
bands tayo eh. And then the
ah,
other episode naman, meron tayong bad English, di ba?
We're doing bad English, so they should listen to that as well. And now we have a very
Yeah.
special guest. I really have to force her, coerce her, threaten her just to join us for this episode.
And
Miss John,
buti na lang pumayag siya, no? So
napapaya
let's,
siya kasi sabi ko sa kanya, Christmas gift mo na to, ma'am. Oh, yeah. And so imagine I have to ask for an early Christmas gift. And thank God she granted it.
let's introduce our guest for today. She is a certified public accountant, the corporate director and treasurer, and head of finance and administration of Offtech Philippines. Her name is Miss Lourdes O. Cambonga, but she is also known as Miss O or Miss Odette. Miss Odette, welcome to the show.
Hi,
Yes,
Miss
I'm glad.
O.
Yeah, hi. I'm glad to be here, and that's really
Yay.
true. You forced me to be
Yes.
here, but um, at the end of the day, I would say thank you, Dirk Jobs, for inviting me. At least I will be experiencing your podcast.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am. And of course, our listeners will be, yes, you blessed because I know that the inputs you have right now are very, very relevant. And by the way, Miss O, among other
Yes.
organizations, was the former president of the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants Cebu chapter. Yan, so ang
Wow.
galing talaga ng guest natin, Miss Joan.
Oo, big time.
Oh, palaging
And
program share yan, mga PICPA summits, ha? Ganun kagaling.
and I understand, no, based on what Sir Job mentioned, no, that OFSEC is still going fully remote. Tama ba? Doing fully remote work right now?
Yes, we are fully remote. We are all everyone is working from home, although we maintain a small office just to keep an address, and of course for deliveries and equipment repair. So we are, and also onboarding for new hires. We are keeping that cute office.
Oy,
Okay.
napaka-interesting pala, Miss Joan, ng trabaho ng OFSEC, right? Offensive security yan eh.
Okay.
So, yeah, you would like to know because it's quite interesting. Ma'am O, can you tell us a bit about OFSEC?
Well, OFSEC is it was founded in 2007, and it is now the leading provider of continuous professional and workforce development, training, and education for cybersecurity practitioners. You know what to do or what we sell. We have our virtual lab where those interested can buy licenses and study there. Um, I don't know if the word hacking should be the right word, but
Yeah, that's the interesting
yeah,
part.
yes, we offer courses, um, online courses, to for those interested to learn about more about hacking, and then they earn certifications for that courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of our big clients are big companies like Amazon. Yes, we have Cisco, we have Accenture, we have IBM. Who else? We have Microsoft, JP Morgan, we have Citi, and just to name a few. And of course, our clients also are like governments, like the U.S. government and all those. What they do is buy licenses from us, and these courses are being offered to their people in their information department, just to protect, safeguard their information. So that is basically what we have in the Philippines. In Cebu, we do various roles. Like one is proctoring, because we proctor those students taking the exam, taking the certification exam. They cannot just, go scot-free with what they're doing, but we proctor, and we are very strict with our proctoring.
Yeah.
So that make us one of the few who are doing proctoring in the certification exam.
Parang professional hackers, ma'am, no? So that the companies, your clients, can actually test the integrity of their online systems, yung mga websites nila, para hindi po ma-hack, di ba, ma'am? Parang you anticipate yung mga attacks and then threats, right?
Yes. Actually, that is why when we registered our company here in Cebu, they asked me, why offensive? That's too strong a word, too strong a name for a company. And then I said, we are in a cybersecurity company, so we have to be offensive. We cannot always be defensive. We have to, we have to try harder. We have to go ahead, one step ahead for those hackers. So what to do is really try to come up with content that will really be offensive. You cannot just say, oh, you cannot be defensive all the time. You've got also to be offensive.
It's one of those rare moments that offensive is actually a positive
Oh,
yeah, yes. Yeah, yes. Everyone is really, when I say offensive, their eyes will say open wide and said, why? So I have to explain.
Are you rude?
So you are right. You are right there, Direct Jobs.
Sasabihin, are you rude?
And even hacking, di ba? The first time I heard it kanina, no, sabi ko, why do we teach people to hack? Di ba? Di ba masama yun?
Exactly.
But we are, that is why I said I don't know if the word hacking should be the right word, but we are very, the good hackers. We're not the ones who really. We are teaching our students. Our courses will really lead those people to, just like a doctor. How will you know how to cure if you will not go? As a matter of fact, there are dead bodies that they know. So it's just like that. Yeah. Learning how to attack those bad elements.
And the companies really intentionally invite hackers to really test their system. That's the only way to know, to anticipate yung mga threats na yan. Very interesting. What is more interesting is you actually gave up your physical office, the big one. They have a big one here, Miss Joan. And it happened during the pandemic yata. Now you gave it up. But what was the main consideration, that the company decided to go full remote?
Well, actually, Direct Jobs, it was never in the drawing board that we go full remote, because, as you said, we were comfortably housed in a spacious office,
I've been
in
there.
A prestigious address. Yes. And added to that, we were provided with we were really proud with our big pantry in glass windows with the view of the newest bridge connecting Cebu City and Lapu-Lapu Island. And then it was complete with pantry condiments. But when the COVID hit, everyone was really hit. In the early part of 2020, of course, we were forced to deploy all resources to each employee's home or places where they were staying just to continue their work and serve our clients. You know, it was it was um, it was a nightmare doing that. It was not easy to install equipment in 100 or so households. Electricity, internet connections, and the employees' anxiety were just a few of the challenges we faced and dealt with. So, as the COVID days went on, management felt that the industry we are into, and that is cybersecurity, can be performed with no big humps or big challenges that will prevent us to work from home for good. We were thinking of course, we considered, we looked into the health and safety of our of our employees. During that time, everyone was really scared getting the COVID virus. So, with that decision of having or in a full remote setup, our employees will not have to commute, because that is where one of the major places where one can get the virus is in a is in a you know you're taking a public transport. So that is one of the considerations that we were looking into. And another one is, we wanted uninterrupted, consistent quality product and services to our clients. Our B2C clients or individual clients are from all time zones. So we are 24/7, and we cannot afford to just stop for a while. And
Mm.
of course, for management, it was the substantial cost savings. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, the rental, the utilities. We have to maintain Globe and PLDT for redundancy, and we paid so much for that. And then the 24/7 security guards, the utilities, and a lot more. So those were really
The main considerations,
yeah,
ma'am.
considerations.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So do you mean that even if you paid for and provided for all the equipment and tools, I believe you also provided for the internet connection of your employees, no, at their own homes. Mas ano
Yes.
pa ba? Mas malaki pa ba rin ba yung savings that you got versus the expenses that you spent?
Tapos yung,
Uh,
yung extension cord nila, Miss Joan, galing pa sa opisina. So, para libre
that,
kuryente.
Diba?
yes. Yeah.
Itong mga haba. Gusto ko yung extension cord na yun.
Yeah, we provided really, but the equipment and the peripherals were really not the only things that we considered. Of course, the resistance to change. Uh, our employees just wanted to be working from home for a short period of time. So their anxieties, their need to be with friends, those were really very challenging on how we can convince them that working from home is best for them. So and then sometimes this some of the employees would say, "Oh, I have I have some mental problems now that I am working from home." Things like that. But eventually we they are now settled where they are. But before that, before we really decided to go full remote, we made a survey. We made a survey of whether they would like to be working fully remote, or would they like to be hybrid, or would they like to be back in the office. But surprisingly, 90% of them chose to be working from home, because
Okay.
maybe they realized that it is to their benefit.
Alam mo, like even for us, and I think a lot of companies right now, one of the challenges that we're facing when we're hiring, no, is that a lot of the job seekers, they prefer work from home arrangement right now. Parang nasanay na, no, during the pandemic. And I think it affords them the flexibility also to manage their own time, di ba? Quality of life. So, is this also one of the main considerations why you chose to go full remote?
Oh,
Paano
yes.
yung
Mm.
mga ayaw, what did you do?
But at that time, or even this time, it's not for them. The environment that we have, the family culture that we have, I think that is something that they also are considering staying. And going back to working from home, it is really um, viable for us company. When we transition to fully remote work model, and given the nature of our industry, the type of business we operate, yes, working fully remote really works for us very well, because this strategy allows us to attract and hire highly skilled and diverse employees from various regions across the country, especially so that the roles that are given to Cebu now are are highly technical, and this type of positions we cannot easily find in Cebu. So we invited people from across the region, and that is where we get this type of people to fill in the position that we wanted. So it fully working remote is a plus to our search for good employees.
Pero, Ma'am O, what
Mm.
about engagement? Because they rarely see each other. I know for a fact that you have small group meetings outside, like they meet with their core
Yeah.
groups, for example. But you only meet what twice a year, like the entire company, for example. Let me guess,
Mm,
Christmas party and team building.
Yeah, those are the two major uh, engagement activities that we have. But
Mm-mm.
other than those big two, we have quarterly bonding for all
Okay.
departments. We provide them with an amount for them to go somewhere to have dinner together,
Mm-hmm.
have fun together.
Nice.
So that is also one way of engaging our people. Though this one is the packet size, like just the departments. And then every month we have our town hall meeting where we gather all together virtually, and then there we have the learning session. As a matter of fact, during Jove, you were once our invited speaker, and then
Kawawa naman
there
kayo, ma'am.
hindi naman. We were so glad. We were so glad we had you. And then in that town hall meeting, other than the learning sessions, the Q&A, the updates, we have an engagement. We have games where everyone can participate, and of course, what makes it more attractive for the games, for the engagement activity, is of course we give prizes. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say, for example, it's either by team or by individual. So at least every month, each team, if they are the ones winning in the game, they can just a small amount. They will receive 5,000 pesos, which they accumulate. They add to their quarter bonding fund.
But
So
have there been cases, ma'am, like, disengagement, people issues, or even turnovers? May nagre-resign. Do have, if you don't mind, the numbers. May mga
I
negative impact ba yung being
mm,
fully remote?
we have I am proud to say that the attritions that we had, which is just a small percentage, um, it's not because they are working remotely.
Okay.
It's because they go abroad, because
Napapirate.
yeah, pinapirate. I haven't heard that they were being pirated.
Galing.
the, that they go abroad because, like say, some of our employees are teachers. They go to the US for teaching positions, and some migrated to Canada, some migrated to Australia, but there are only a few. I haven't really heard that because they were being offered. It's
Why would
just
they?
that
Yeah, why would they resign, ma'am, if they go abroad? Because you wouldn't notice that they're already out of the Philippines.
Yeah,
yeah,
diba? They
yeah,
can work anywhere.
we can work from anywhere, but they are already our Philippine laws, our labor laws. Um, we cannot working abroad is different from our labor laws. Whatever happens to them, they're not here in the Philippines. So because we in Cebu are covered by our Philippine labor laws, so we are where we are so strict about it. So many those who are now abroad would like to work still with us. So we told them you can apply in the US, you know, if they want to. But our US management there would say, no, they're already settled with where they are, what they have. So be it. Let's just, let's just let them go.
Do you have offices around the world?
Yes, actually, OFSEC is distributed in 40 countries. Everyone is working from home. That is really before COVID, we're the only country who had an office. So we can imagine, these people, these people from abroad, they are envious of us because we have a big office, we have fun and all those. So that is also one consideration of us now being fully remote, because everyone is uniform already. Everyone in the other parts of the world, they're working from home. So now they would say, "Oh, we are equal now. You don't have a physical office," which, of course, is not really a problem to us here in the Philippines, here in Cebu.
Do you find that when they do remote work, they are more productive, or is it about the same as before?
And it has to be the same. Why? Because we also have a process wherein they we can barge in what they are doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and because of that, our attrition were really not voluntary. It's more of us letting some people go because
Desired attrition.
yeah, because we
Mm.
caught them sleeping, leaving their desks. Yes, yes.
But right
Yeah.
now, since they're doing remote work, you cannot catch them anymore.
No,
Or
we
Yeah,
do. That's why we have a
you have your
barge in.
monitoring.
Yeah, we have our money. We have our barge in system. We barge into them, and
Mm.
we will know what they're doing, whether they're
Okay.
sleeping or not. Yeah. So
You have your
other than
offensive
other
approach.
yeah, other than proctoring, we have also other roles here, sales related, and technically like video editing. Yes, the roles here in Cebu have become so varied. That is why I was saying earlier that the roles are becoming more technical.
Mm. Do you
Mm.
allow them to work like, for other companies online, or do you have full
direct
disclosure?
direct jobs. No, we don't have a something or a written policy on them, our people not allowed to work
Mm.
somewhere else, because number one, even if you have that, we will never know whether they are
Exactly.
working. Yeah, so that is why we just have, from our end, we just have to make sure that they deliver what is expected of them. So
Mm.
yeah, because nobody knows after
Yeah.
after work, like it's just an 8-hour shift. So after that, if they have time to moonlight, so why not? So it's just that we're just very strict with their deliverables.
How do you like usually the buying culture natin is formed when we spend time together. How do
Mm-hmm.
you manage the team culture if you're everyone is working from home and yeah, although I understand you have like the you said big two events or some
Yes.
pocket
Mm.
activities, but
Mm.
overall, like how do you manage the team culture and work dynamics?
Yeah. Well, before we worked full remote. We
Mhm.
were already we have inculcated, we have impressed upon our employees, even before them being onboarded, our family culture.
Okay.
So yeah, so they are made to feel that they are important, and then when they join us, they will have that assurance and confidence. They will not be left alone navigating as a newbie. So the new work from home setup really paved the way to employees embracing the growth mindset and ready to be upskilled and all those. So again, going back to the family culture,
Mhm.
we it has become natural for us to be caring for each other. If ever somebody would say, "Hey, do you know of anybody who upholster sofa seats?" So it's things like that, small things. So
Parang crowdsourcing
everyone
just
is, yeah,
like
because we have this we have the in our Slack, we have a
mhm.
channel where everyone can just say whatever they want. So
Okay.
whoever wants, yeah. So things like that. So
That's fun.
yes,
Parang ano, you're still friends outside work or like a community still, no? Even
yes,
if you're not at work.
yes. That is really something we are proud of.
Mhm. And do you think that this is something that you will sustain moving forward? Like
Yeah, kasi may mga companies na like they're asking their employees to go
to
back
come
or at
back?
least work to 2 days in a week. Yes, ma'am. Oh,
Mm-mm.
will that be, is that not in your, the radar in the foreseeable future, the
Mm,
possibility of going back?
no, no. Because as what I have said, you know, um, even hybrid, it is not in the drawing board. uh, our our um, our business plans is hooked on full remote setup.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and we're sure we can sustain that one. Um, it's important to note that again, I would say it's not hybrid model is not within our foreseeable plans for the near future. As we move forward, a key consideration for this will be the roles currently filled by foreign employees based
Mm-hmm.
in other parts of the world. Our CEO is optimistic about the potential for these roles to be situated in the Philippines
Mm-hmm.
next year and the years to come. Because, we can easily, or not really easily, but the possibility of finding people to fill in these positions, which are becoming technical, are just in the regions of the country, not
Mm-hmm.
not in Cebu, but we can find it somewhere else outside of Cebu. That is why uh, sustainability is, I would say, it can be sustained.
So parang ano no, you just expanded your target reach no for candidates rather than limiting them kasi instead of um having physical presence in
Mm,
Cebu, you
yes.
opened up your doors na the other regions.
Yeah. To
Nice.
anybody who can really be who will be fit to the position that is
Mhm.
open. So I think and now nobody is complaining about the work from home, and those that are really applying for jobs, in our company, they prefer working from home. We really do not know why. One reason, one of the reasons could be they can work another they can do another job,
Yeah,
which
final question.
yes,
I
yes,
think
yes.
my final question now is, are you hiring?
Yes, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Specific, special job roles.
Yun, Miss Joan, yun na yata ang
Dapat.
pinaka-highlight. Anywhere in the Philippines, you can apply. That's offensive security.
Dapat
Yes.
ma-practice na natin yung hacking abilities
Ah,
natin.
not necessarily hacking, Miss Joan. We have other
Okay.
roles. Yeah,
Okay.
there are sales, marketing,
Oo.
video editing, a lot of roles.
Baka matakot yung husband mo, Miss Joan, pag nalaman mo kung paano mag-hack.
Oo nga. Offensive security to.
Avoid offensive. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is quite interesting because as companies now, get settled thinking that the worst of the pandemic is over, they wanted to bring back their employees face to face because there's a lot of comfort having employees just being, proximity, seeing them as they work. But
Mhm.
you are continuing to promote, the gains of what happened to the pandemic. Yeah, Miss Joan.
Mm.
And we wish you the best in your organization, man, because I know you're growing every year.
Yeah, we started with in 2017. We're only like 10,
Mhm.
and now we are 130 and
Wow.
growing.
Exponential.
Yeah.
So thank you once again, Miss O,
Okay, thank you for having
for
me.
agreeing to be forced by Joan to
No,
join
no,
the conversation.
Now the suspenseful part is when she, maniningil na yan sa akin.
no,
Thank you so much.
no,
Thank you, ma'am.
no,
Oh,
no,
thank
no.
you so
Okay,
much,
thank
ma'am.
you so much. Thank you so much.
You've
Okay.
always been a very good friend, and you've always been very supportive. So we thank you so much on behalf of PMAP and the podcast.
You are
Yeah.
most welcome. You are most welcome, people.
Thank you.
And we'd also
Okay.
like to thank our audience around the world. And thank you to our team behind the scenes, to our technical support, Mark Ian Fernandez, Miss Sarah Minguas, and of course, our president, Miss Beth Nasol. This is People Watch, Perspective Matter. See you on our next episode. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thanks.